Hello and welcome to another episode of Child Abuse Awareness. Darlene J. Clark. One caring community, be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Please like, subscribe, and share. Hit the bell icon to be notified when a live is being done. Okay. Today we're talking about Audrii Cunningham, 11-year-old, missing from Livingston, Texas. We'll be adding to it when we find out more information. Missing from Livingston, Texas. Go. Hey there, good to see you, bucket list. As we always do, the Bible verse, Matthew 18, verse 6, but whoso shall find one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips a balance in favor of fair use. Okay, I'm going to scroll this down a little bit more. So we have this. This is how you contact anybody with information. Call the Polk County Sheriff's Office at 936-327-6810, the P3 app, or call Crime Stoppers at 936-327-STOP, where you can remain anonymous. See something? Say something. Thank you so much. Good to see you there. Thanks for coming. There's Audrii Cunningham, 11-year-old, missing from Livingston, Texas. I know it's going to be different news articles, but that's how I fly around here. Because there might be something in one article that's a little bit different in another. So I like showing as much information as I can possible. So here is where, when I clicked on the news alert, the press release, the Polk County Sheriff's Office has issued an Amber Alert for 11-year-old Polk County resident Audrii Cunningham. Audrii was last seen near her residence at approximately 7 a.m. on February the 15th, 2024, in the 100 block of Lakeside Drive in Polk County, Texas. Audrii should have caught the school bus at her neighborhood bus stop. However, school officials reported to the sheriff's office that the school bus did not pick Audrii up, nor did she report to school. At this time, Audrii's whereabouts are unknown. The Polk County Sheriff's Office is currently on scene and being assisted by the Texas Ranger Division, Department of Public Safety, Livingston Police Department, Texas State Guard, and several local fire departments. Audrii Cunningham is a white female with blonde hair and blue eyes. She weighs 75 pounds and is approximately 4 foot 1 inch tall. Audrii was last seen wearing black pants, a black hoodie with white lettering, excuse me, and black high top tennis shoes. She was also carrying a bright red Hello Kitty style backpack. Sheriff Leons asked that anyone with information in this case to immediately ask him that anyone with information in the case immediately contact the Polk County Sheriff's Office. Got scrolling at the bottom of the page. Here is the beautiful young lady. If y'all know anything, please get this information. Cunningham was last seen Thursday at 7 a.m. at the 100 block of Lakeside Drive. She was wearing a black hoodie with white lettering, black pants, and black high-top tennis shoes. She was carrying a camo backpack. Cunningham is believed to be in grave or immediate danger. If you have any information regarding Cunningham's whereabouts, call the Polk County Sheriff's Office at 936-327-6810. Where's Livingston, Texas? Livingston is about 74 miles northeast of Houston in Polk County. There it is, right there. That was a Facebook thing right here. Here is where the Texas Amber Alert, 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham, still missing, person of interest. This was February the 17th. Beautiful little girl. The Texas Department of Safety officials said on Saturday afternoon that they have found a backpack belonging to Audrii Cunningham and have identified a person of interest in her disappearance. Lieutenant Craig Cummins said officials found Cunningham's backpack near a dam at Lake Livingston. Oh man, prayers, prayers, prayers. Cummings said the department identified the person of interest as Don Stephen McDougal. He's 42. He said McDougal was arrested on Friday on an unrelated charge of aggravated assault. On Saturday morning, investigators had also identified McDougal's 2003 dark blue Chevrolet Suburban as a vehicle of interest in Cunningham's disappearance. I want to say that we are hopeful that we can bring Audrii home alive, and that is what we are absolutely working for right now. Cummings said, based on the evidence that we've got, we understand foul play is a factor as well. When did Audrii Cunningham disappear? Cunningham was last seen Thursday at 7 a.m. in the 100 block of Lakeside Drive. She was wearing a black hoodie with white lettering, black pants, black high top tennis shoes, and a bright red Hello Kitty style backpack. Cunningham is 4'1", has blonde hair, blue eyes, weighing about 75 pounds. There is a picture of her right here. She was last seen near her home, but officials report she never got on the school bus or reported to school. Her parents reported her missing after she did not get off the bus on Thursday afternoon. School officials told investigators that the bus did not pick her up and she did not report to campus. If you have any information regarding Cunningham's whereabouts, call the Polk County Sheriff's Office at 936-327-6810 or through the iWatch Texas website or app. The Sheriff's Office is also offering a $7,000 reward to anyone who has any tips that lead to an arrest and prosecution. That's where it showed that map earlier. Yes, yes. Yeah, but we don't know whether or not he is a person of interest. I have been watching other people's videos too, and I just don't think because they said who is who's gonna get her body. So it's like she had been adopted. I had to further check out that other video on find out whether she had been adopted. And somebody was saying that she had been being abused. So we'll have to check into that. I'm not going to state that as a fact until I find out the results myself on all that. Day 5, the search for missing 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham from Livingston. What we know. There he is, right there. Audrii Cunningham was reported missing after she didn't get on the bus at school. As the search for 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham continues, the Texas Department of Public Safety provided additional details on the case at a press conference on Monday. Here's what we know so far. When did Audrii Cunningham go missing? Audrey went missing approximately 6:45 Thursday morning when she did not get on the school bus on FM 3126. Scares me to think about just leaving my kids to get on the school bus herself this day and time. Audrey's home is near bodies of water, most notably Lake Livingston. Polk County Sheriff Byron Lyons explained that areas with water were among the first places the DPS and volunteers searched. Officials feel Audrey's disappearance did not involve these areas. How can the public help? DPS officials are asking for any video taken of FM 3126 with the highway in view on Thursday, February 15th between 6:30 and 8 a.m. local time. Officers also urge the public to stay away from the scenic loop FM 3277 unless they have a reasonable need to be there. Following a public search, a 2003 dark blue Chevrolet Suburban belonging to Don Stephen McDougal is now in police custody. Who is Don Steve McDougal? He's been identified as the main person of interest in the case. He was arrested Friday on an unrelated aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge and booked into the Polk County Jail late that night. McDougal is believed to be the last person to see Audrey. The McDougal lives in a camper behind the home of Audrey and her family. Audrey's family and McDougal have a relationship, and McDougal occasionally took Audrey to the bus stop and drove her to school when she missed a bus. In 2008, McDougal was convicted of enticing a child in another county, KBTX reports. According to local authorities, this did not require him to register as a sex offender in Polk County. Do what? See what we're failing? See what the system fails? That he was convicted, but it did not require him to register as a sex offender. Look where they screwed up, y'all. Ay, ay, ay. Investigators have given McDougal, who was arrested Friday on an unrelated charge, several opportunities to cooperate. Lieutenant Bruce Cummins with the Texas Department of Public Safety said Monday, and we remain hopeful that he will begin helping in this case. While McDougal has not confessed to anything, he admitted to leaving the house with Audrey on the morning of her disappearance. Officers said he has also taken them to multiple locations that may be related. For the sake of the investigation, those locations are not being disclosed to the public. Leon stated that while McDougal has been cooperating by speaking to officials and occasionally taking them to locations of interest, he uses the word cooperate lightly. Although McDougal is currently the main person interested in the case, law enforcement is also looking into other suspects that may be involved. Yeah, it is insane. What charges have been filed? Leons explained no specific charges are being filed at this time. Instead, charges will be presented after adequate evidence has been found. Law enforcement does not believe they are pursuing a criminal investigation. When asked about Audrey's safety, Leons remained cautiously optimistic. I'm hoping and praying that she's alive. I am not giving up hope that we'll be able to bring Audrey home. Leon stated during Monday's press conference, so yes, I'm hoping that she's still alive, and we're going to work just as hard to make sure we do everything that we can to try and bring her home. In addition to the information provided by McDougal, law enforcement is using a variety of sources to piece together a timeline for his movement. We are working with every tool made available to us, Leon said, whether it be cell phones, whether it be video, which has been an awesome tool for us. We have been using every tool made available to us to try to piece together a picture of where McDougal may have gone. Now there's a $10,000 reward offered for information. Law enforcement has increased the reward to 10,000 for information leading to the arrest and prosecution of the person responsible for Audrey's disappearance. Don't just set somebody up, now, if you actually got bona fide information. And here's where Audrey Cunningham's disappearance person of interest spent time in prison for sexual contact with a young girl. So he actually did spend time in prison when he enticed, but he did not have to report register as a sex offender. I'm sorry, y'all. That motorcycle was too loud out there. Records obtained by KPRC2 reveal details on Don Stephen McDougal's past conviction of enticing a child. So it said investigators in Audrey Cunningham's disappearance have zeroed in on a person of interest who spent time in prison for enticing a child, a third-degree felony after being indicted by a Brazoria County grand jury for attempted indecency with a child. 11-year-old Audrey Cunningham hasn't been seen since Thursday morning, and investigators said 42-year-old Don Stephen McDougal is likely the last person who saw her that day. He is the main person of interest in Cunningham's disappearance and is currently in the Polk County jail on an unrelated charge. Investigators haven't ruled anyone out. And so he tried to do threatening somebody with a weapon, evidently. That's why he's in jail now. McDougal, who has a lengthy criminal history, was previously convicted of enticing a child in Brazoria. County records obtained by KPRC Channel 2 show. In March 2007, McDougal allegedly attempted to engage in sexual contact with a girl under the age of 17. According to a grand jury indictment, McDougal removed another female from the bed where the victim was sleeping before he got in the bed with the victim and pulled her pajama bottoms and panties down. Oh man, that's like what another predator I know did. A Brazoria County grand jury indicted him in July 2007, and his bond was set at $25,000 at the time. More than a year later, in September 2008, records show he pled guilty to enticing a child, a third-degree felony in Texas. McDougal was sentenced to 2 years in Texas Department of Criminal Justice custody and given for 527 days, according to court records. He was not required to register as a sex offender, a spokesperson for the Texas Department of Public Safety said at a press conference on Monday afternoon. Why was he not? That's what I don't get. Why was he not required to register after he did this to a child? Investigators said he lived in a camper behind the home of Cunningham's father and grandmother. He would sometimes take her to the bus stop or to school if she missed the bus. McDougal has admitted to leaving the house with Cunningham on Thursday morning, but hasn't acknowledged whether she made it to the bus stop that day. He never acknowledged. He admits he had her in the vehicle leaving the house, but strange. She was not reported missing until family members called around 5:30 p.m. Thursday. Wonder if it has anything to do with the age of the child. They said it was under 17, so I am wondering too whether or not they might try to say, well, she allowed it or whatever. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. They try to put a lot of blame on the child too. You know what I'm saying? What we know about Audrii Cunningham, the missing Texas girl, and a man being questioned in the case. One of the few clues in Audrii Cunningham's disappearance might be a red Hello Kitty backpack she was supposed to carry to school with her last week. The 11-year-old vanished after she left to catch a school bus Thursday morning in the small East Texas town of Livingston, about 70 miles northeast of Houston. Audrey never made it onto the bus, the Polk County Sheriff's Office said, but a small backpack that likely belonged to a child was located near the Lake Livingston Dam, Sheriff's Office said. Hey there, Jackie. Good to see you. Now, Don Stephen McDougal, a 42-year-old man who was arrested Friday in an unrelated aggravated assault case, is being questioned as a person of interest, according to the sheriff. He said the man lived in a trailer behind the family's home. No one has been charged in Audrey's disappearance, and the girl's whereabouts remain a mystery. Here's what we know about the case. Probably going to say the same stuff, but as I said, we go over it again in case there's a little bit of tidbit of information. Sheriff says a criminal investigation is underway. Polk County Sheriff Byron Lyons said at a Monday news conference that investigators are working to determine what crime may have been committed. Once we get all that evidence put together, we will determine what charges will be filed, he said. We want to make sure that whatever evidence that we collect and that we place on an affidavit today is going to be something that is going to hold up in the court later, Leons added. Leon said he has not given up hope the girl is alive. Investigators previously identified McDougal as one of the persons of interest involved in the disappearance and believe his dark blue 2003 Chevrolet Suburban was involved, according to the sheriff's office. Leon said Monday that authorities believe McDougal is the last person who saw Audrey, and he admitted to leaving the home with the girl on the day she disappeared. But he would never tell where he took her. That's where I think he's guilty because he never said. He would never admit where he took the girl. The sheriff's office arrested the man Friday on an unrelated charge of aggravated assault. Well, they ought to arrest him for hampering the investigation, not letting them know what he did with her, right? Missing kids, time is of the essence. Why are they not arresting these culprits when they know they got more information and stuff and hiding it? The sheriff told reporters the man is a friend of Audrey's father. The person of interest lives in a trailer on the family's property and sometimes took Audrey to the bus stop, the sheriff added. The man has been talking to investigators but hasn't acknowledged whether he dropped her off that morning, according to Leon's. Authorities asked for people who have video of a road near the lake from Thursday morning between 6:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. to submit it as investigators build a timeline. McDougal has been given several opportunities to cooperate, according to Texas Department of Public Safety spokesperson Lieutenant Craig Cummins, and we remain hopeful that he will begin helping in the case, Cummins said. Leon's added other people that have been looked at during the investigation and said no one has been ruled out as a possible perpetrator. The reward in the case grew Monday to 10,000 for information leading to an arrest, according to Facebook posts from Polk County Crime Stoppers. Audrii never made it to school. Audrii was last seen near her home on Lakeside Drive, the Polk County Sheriff's Office said. The home is close to Lake Livingston, one of the largest reservoirs in the state, with 83,000 surface acres, according to Texas Parks and Wildlife. The lake is an impoundment of the Trinity River and provides water for the city of Houston and other east cities. The picture right there that helped me is on an unrelated thing where an abducted 13-year-old used to help me sign to escape. According to the sheriff's office, Audrii should have caught the school bus at a neighborhood bus stop. However, school officials reported to the sheriff's office that the school bus did not pick Audrii up, nor did she report to school. So if he had her in the vehicle and he left the property, so he left the place where the bus stop is, why did he not just take her to school like he sometimes did? Audrii's family reported her missing after she didn't return home from school. A multi-agency search ensued, including the Texas Rangers, the Texas Department of Public Safety, the Livingston Police Department, the Texas State Guard, and several local fire departments, the sheriff's office said. Her backpack may have been found. On Friday, a small backpack that likely belonged to a child was located near the Lake Livingston Dam, the Polk County Sheriff's Office said. Well, they said the backpack had a Hello Kitty in it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I got to listen to that other person's video on what they were meaning about if a body's found. Are they going to send it to her family, or are they going to send it to the adopted family? All right, what's going on here? I got to listen to more of the case to find out what what gives to really fully understand it. Previously, authorities said Audrii was carrying a bright red Hello Kitty backpack, but the investigation remains active and ongoing. Authorities searched for Audrii Cunningham, the 11-year-old Texas girl who vanished in Polk County on Thursday. This is the stuff you see on TV. Audrii's mother, Cassie Matthews, said her heart always broke for the parents of missing children whom she heard about on the news. This is the stuff you see on TV. And you can only imagine what the family and the parents are going through. Matthews told CNN affiliate KPRC. And she's one of those parents. There's not words for it. There's not one feeling you feel. It's a roller coaster. You're broken. You're mad. You're empty. And right now, I am empty. Thoughts and prayers go out with you. Y'all, can y'all put some hearts up for them? Yeah, that other thing, it was somebody that was abducted. Another victim on up there where it said the help me sign. Yeah. She has so many opportunities ahead of her, and she deserves every right to be able to reach those opportunities. Thank y'all. Audrii is white with blonde hair and blue eyes. She stands about 4 feet 1 inch tall and weighs about 75 pounds. The sheriff's office said the girl was last seen wearing black pants, a black hoodie with white lettering, and black high top tennis shoes. Anyone with information in this case is asked to immediately contact the Polk County Sheriff's Office at 936-327-6810 or submit an anonymous tip online. So please get the word out about this precious little girl. Here is her picture. If anybody sees something, please say something. Please help out. The information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Curiosity, I am going to click that to see what's going on. Yeah, that's an unrelated case, but that's important too. Where a 13-year-old used to help me sign to escape after being abducted. A Texas man has now pled guilty to kidnapping. But thank God that person was helped. Thank God. And that right there was January the 20th, 2024. What's happening, people? Why is all these people hurting our kids? Why? Oh, man. Well, thank you so much. I don't think I should show the video of that other person that I was watching. I'm not going to show nothing unless I got the true facts on something. So until I find out that it's actual factual and got the proof behind it being factual, then I will show the other video and bring that into awareness. But otherwise, no, not until I know for sure and positively sure without any doubt. That's how we fly around here, how we roll around here. Well, thank y'all for coming. This is a precious, sweet little girl. She didn't deserve whatever's happened to her. Just hope and pray that she gets home safely. She does not have to worry about any SA or being done that way. And I pray to God that she is still alive and with us. This whole high, um, high hope that's come on. Let's have the hope and the love. Prayer for the mother. The mother is really hurting really bad. Lots of prayers, love. This girl, she's so precious. You can just look at her and tell. She didn't deserve it, no matter what, no matter how her child looks. You could tell she's sweet and precious. Amen. Bucket list. There's a lot of there's a lot of love going to the family, y'all. There is a lot of love. Yes, thank you so much to keep the word out and the information out there because she needs found. I hope and pray so as well. Hope he did not do any harm to her. Hope he ends up telling what he did, where he took her to. He admits he was with her, that he left with her, but he would not say where they went. How strange is that? They are just saying that it's a kid's backpack found at the dam, right? But they never said it was a backpack that had the Hello Kitty. So things are questionable, and I hope it's not another kid that somebody actually did something with a kid into the dam as well. Prayers for our kids' safety. This is crazy how the world has really gotten towards our kids. Thank you all, and may God bless each and every one of you.